In the chaotic era known as the Age of 100 Kings, Lei Shen, the young son of a formidable warlord, came into the world. Growing up within the same tribe, he formed a bond with Sparkmancer Vu that was as deep as brotherhood. Together, they engaged in playful skirmishes, fierce quarrels, and endless challenges, each encounter sharpening Lei Shen's insatiable hunger for power. Witnessing the internal strife and endless bickering among the Mogu, Lei Shen saw it as a waste of their grand potential. Yet he remained steadfastly loyal to his father. This loyalty was shattered when a trusted advisor betrayed and murdered his father, leading to the disintegration of their clan. Most members fled to seek protection under other warlords, leaving Lei Shen with only a small group of faithful guards. Instead of continuing the relentless battles, the young Mogu chose a path of solitude and reflection. He wandered the land in exile, meditating deeply on his experiences. His introspective journey was largely dismissed by other Mogu, who saw his withdrawal as a sign of madness and believed he would never again pose a threat to their kind. Like his brethren, Lei Shen possessed formidable strength and mastery of warfare. However, unlike his contemporaries, his ambitions extended beyond mere conquest. The legends of his ancestors were indelibly inscribed upon his heart. Upon reaching adulthood and commanding his own legions, Lei Shen declared his audacious intent to awaken the gods. Years of relentless searching finally led the warlord to the concealed vaults beneath the northern reaches of the Veil of Eternal Blossoms. Within those hidden depths, Lei Shen discovered a revelation: the Titanic Watcher Ra, standing sentinel over an immensely powerful Titan device known as the Engine of Nalak Shah. The High Keeper remained impassive as Lei Shen stood before him, bombarding him with questions about the purpose of the Mogu. Weeks turned into months, and Lei Shen's frustrations mounted. Yet Ra remained silent. It dawned on Lei Shen that the High Keeper wasn't mulling over a grand scheme, but had simply abandoned hope. Enraged, Lei Shen confronted Ra, accusing him of forsaking the Titan's work. These harsh accusations jolted Ra from his stupor, prompting him to lead Lei Shen to the nearby Thundering Mountain. There, Ra invoked the lingering spirit of Aman'Thul, High Father of the Pantheon. The revelation of the Pantheon's demise did not plunge Lei Shen into despair as it had Ra. Instead, it ignited a fierce determination within him. If the Pantheon was truly dead, and their servant refused to continue their work, Lei Shen resolved to take on their mantle himself. Without warning, Lei Shen incapacitated Ra, bound him in formidable chains, and seized not only the Keeper's power, but also the essence of Aman'Thul. It is said that Lei Shen tore out the very heart of the Mogu god, and from this act of sheer defiance, he gained dominion over wind and storm. His followers fell to their knees before him, overwhelmed by his newfound might. "We will call you the Lightning King," they proclaimed. But Lei Shen shook his head. "Lightning strikes in an instant and vanishes just as quickly," he replied. "But thunder announces the storm's arrival. Thunder shakes the skies long before the lightning flashes, and its echoes linger in the hills long after the lightning's power fades. It is thunder that drives animals to their dens and fills peasants' hearts with dread. Let thunder be my herald, so that my true power reverberates across the land. I will be the Thunder King." With this declaration, he claimed the Thundering Mountain as his throne, and atop its peak, he constructed a majestic and forbidden city, a testament to his enduring power. Armed with the power of storms, Lei Shen, now revered as the Thunder King, rallied his followers and ascended to power in true Mogu fashion, eliminating his rivals one by one. Few submitted to his authority willingly. The fortunate ones met swift deaths, either vaporized by lightning or crushed beneath his ever-growing legions. The less fortunate ones were dragged away in chains, broken only when he decreed it so. Yet amidst the carnage, many Mogu saw in Lei Shen a long-lost unity of purpose that had been absent since their masters fell silent. Drawn to this vision, they flocked to the Thunder King's banner, eagerly serving him as he enslaved the other races. Lei Shen and those who followed him believed that the lesser races were destined to serve the Mogu, just as the Mogu had once served their ancient masters. With unwavering conviction and the power to back it, Lei Shen crowned himself Emperor of all Mogu, and all who lived within his domain, solidifying his reign as the Thunder King. The Thunder King regarded all living beings within his domain as his servants and set his sights on conquering the two great empires of the Jinyu and Hozen, who had settled around the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Despite the valiant efforts of the Jinyu, they ultimately fell before Lei Shen's overwhelming might. In one decisive battle, the Mogu warrior Hakin secured victory by turning the Jinyu water speaker's own spears against them. Impressed by this feat, the Thunder King rewarded Hakin with 100 finely crafted golden spears, forged by the skilled hands of Mogu forge masters. This act elevated Hakin to the rank of one of Lei Shen's most trusted lieutenants. On the eve of the Jinyu's final stand against Lei Shen, their supposed allies, the Hozen, betrayed them. The Hozen had pledged their loyalty to the Thunder King, misguidedly believing that they would receive special treatment under his rule, a promise that Lei Shen and his successors never intended to keep. With this betrayal, Lei Shen easily conquered both races, solidifying his domain over the region. When the Thunder King sought slaves to construct the grand cities and impregnable fortresses of his empire, he sought his sights on Kunlai Summit. Confronted by a defiant populace, Lei Shen issued a bold proclamation. If any warrior could defeat him in single combat, he would leave their lands in peace. However, if he emerged victorious, the people would submit to his rule. The challenge was taken up by Yuen, the White Tiger, who could no longer bear to witness the suffering of the free peoples. For 30 days and 30 nights, these legendary figures clashed, their battles shaking the very earth and splitting the skies with lightning. In the end, Yuen succumbed to Lei Shen's otherworldly power. "Your peasant magic is no match for my sorcery, fool of a tiger," Lei Shen bellowed. "I commend your tenacity, but your defiance must be punished." Turning to the people of Kunlai, the Thunder King declared, "Know this, those who defy me shall witness the full extent of my wrath. This creature shall not know the mercy of death. In these mountains we shall construct a prison for him to stand upon for all of time. From this pinnacle he shall watch and bask in his failure, as you and your children serve my empire as slaves." With this decree, Lei Shen solidified his domain over Kunlai Summit, ensuring the subjugation of its people and the eternal imprisonment of their champion. Sparkmancer Vu was the Thunder King's most trusted advisor. Despite their early rivalry, Vu fought fiercely alongside Lei Shen, helping him seize the throne of Pandaria. However, soon after Lei Shen's rise to power, the Sparkmancer was captured by enemy assassins who cruelly cut out his tongue. Popular opinion whispered that the Thunder King himself orchestrated this plot, a calculated move to silence the one Mogu who knew his deepest secrets. Their bond, shrouded in both truth and myth, became the stuff of legends. Peasant storytellers spun tales of their supposed feud over a woman, adding drama to their storied relationship. Despite the swirling rumors, history reveals that Sparkmaster Vu's loyalty never faltered. He remained steadfastly committed to his emperor, serving his friend and brother with unwavering dedication until the end of his days. After his ascension, the Thunder King constructed the Mogushon Vaults, a fortress designed to safeguard his secrets and serve as a shrine to the Mogu Empire. This grand complex became a repository for the Empire's lost artifacts and the final resting place for the spirits of ancient Mogu kings. Emperor Lei Shen achieved unprecedented unification, standardizing the language, establishing a single currency, and creating uniform weights and measures. He also introduced Azeroth's first written legal code, inscribed in the unified language. These brutal laws enshrined the Mogu's supremacy over all other beings, with the first rule decreeing that rebellion would be punished by public evisceration. Recognizing the potential threat posed by the Pandaren, the Thunder King implemented severe restrictions upon them. He forbade the Pandaren from learning to read or write, executed their leaders and philosophers, and ordered the destruction of all Pandaren art and literature. Through these harsh measures, Lei Shen sought to consolidate his dominion and suppress any potential challenge to his rule. As Lei Shen embarked on his mission to unite his people under a single banner and subjugate the other races of Pandaria, he recognized that the formidable Mantid would never submit to his rule. To protect his empire from the relentless threat, he ordered the construction of the Serpent's Spine, a colossal wall spanning the entire length of his realm. The project took many generations to complete, but Lei Shen understood that fear was a powerful motivator. The dread of the man had compelled his subjects to move mountains, raise armies, secure the empire, and build the imposing wall. Each soldier in Lei Shen's army wore a jade badge adorned with a crown and crossed with lightning bolts, a symbol of their loyalty and power. Among them, the elite warriors were known as the Emperor's Shield, a testament to their dedication and prowess in protecting the Thunder King's dominion. 170 years into Lei Shen's reign, the Karun Spellweavers presented Lei Shen with their magnum opus, a bell forged from the flesh of its creators, shaped by the fire of stars and bound by the breath of the darkest shadows. This bell, when rung, had the power to shake the world and call to the heavens. Brought to the battlefield, its thunderous tones ignited the hearts of Lei Shen's warriors, fueling their hatred and anger, and granting them unparalleled strength. The bell's piercing voice instilled fear and doubt in the Emperor's enemies, driving them to flee before his might. Captivated by its immense power, the Thunder King declared the instrument the voice of the gods, and named it Shen Qing, the Divine Bell. At one point, Lei Shen stumbled upon a rare clutch of thundering cloud serpents and set out to subjugate them. Among the hatchlings, the largest resisted fiercely. When Lei Shen visited the handling pens, he laughed heartedly at the sight of the charred mogu strewn about. Amused and impressed, he claimed the defiant hatchling as his own. In recognition of its obedience, he bestowed upon it dominion over storms in the sky. For thousands of years after the Thunder King's death, this formidable serpent Nalak has guarded the walls of his hidden citadel, awaiting the return of its master. During his reign, Lei Shen endeavored to create a mechanical guardian that would protect his citadel without fear. When his initial attempt failed, he channeled his fury into his next and most successful creation, the Dark Animus. Fueled by his rage, this construct became a formidable defender of his domain. Under Lei Shen's command, a young cloud serpent was twisted into the fearsome Hydra, Megara. He also tasked his sorcerers with crafting an aberration capable of peering into the hearts of his followers to detect betrayal, thus giving life to Durumu. Additionally, Lei Shen recognized the relentless resolve of the Mogu commander Khan, bestowing upon him the title Iron Khan, for his unwavering determination to secure victory for the Empire, regardless of the cost. Lei Shen forged a lasting alliance between the Mogu and the Zandalar tribe of trolls, led by Zalathra. This pact endured for millennia, long after Lei Shen's death. He promised the trolls a vast plot of land near the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Distrustful of his own Mogu underlings to resurrect him if slain, Lei Shen confided the secret of his resurrection to the Zandalari trolls, ensuring their loyalty and the continuation of his legacy. Despite all his might, Lei Shen never managed to harness two artifacts he had taken from Ra, the Fist of Ra Den and the High Keeper's Ward. These powerful relics were beyond even the Thunder King's control. Each time he attempted to wield them, elemental energies lashed out, overwhelming him. His repeated failures infuriated him, yet he refused to give up. Determined to unlock their power, Lei Shen eventually entrusted the artifacts to a skilled blacksmith named Forge Master Dang. He ordered Dang to uncover their secrets but warned him not to harness their power for himself, threatening severe consequences if he disobeyed. Dang promised to follow Lei Shen's command, but secretly plotted to use the weapons for his own gain, reasoning that if he could master them, he could seize control of the Empire. However, while tampering with the fist, Dang was struck by a bolt of lightning, leaving him permanently disfigured. Realizing the danger, he redirected his efforts, using the artifacts to power the Thunder Forge. This immense engine churned day and night, producing exponential armaments for the Mogu military. Lei Shen was pleased with Dang's work and commanded him to personally craft weapons and armor that would surpass all others. Just before his death, the Forge Master created his three greatest masterpieces: a massive spear, a battle axe, and a mighty helm, all gifted to the Thunder King. During Forge Master Dang's burial ceremony, Lei Shen honored him with these words: "Today, a star leaves the earth and ascends to the heavens." According to a Pandaran legend recounted by Loki, Lei Shen met his end after a fierce battle in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms, where the Mogu armies were ultimately defeated by courageous monks. As his life waned, Lei Shen conjured an otherworldly storm that enveloped the Vale for several days. This tempest washed the blood of the fallen into a white petal lake, turning its waters a burning crimson. From this blood-soaked lake emerged Alani, the Stormborn, a testament to the Thunder King's final act of defiance and power. In truth, Lei Shen set his sights on Uldum, determined to claim its Titan machinery for his empire. Leading a formidable army of Mogu and Zandalari trolls, he marched to conquer the land. The Tol'vir, aware they couldn't defeat him in open combat, resorted to a desperate measure. They activated the Forge of Origination, unleashing a cataclysmic force that scoured the surrounding land, annihilating Lei Shen, his entire army, Zalathra, and most of the Zandalari leadership, a blow from which the trolls never fully recovered. Though the Thunder King was dead, his fall came at a tremendous cost. The devastating power of the Forge snuffed out all life in the area, including many Tol'vir, transforming Uldum into a cracked, lifeless desert. The loyalists who survived recovered Lei Shen's body and entombed him in the Tomb of Conquerors, sealing the legacy of the Thunder King with a desolate reminder of his final ambitious conquest. Years after the Thunder King's death, as the Zandalari Troll Wars neared their end, the leader of the invading Zandalari armies, Mengazi, a descendant of Zalathra, realized the trolls were losing to the Pandaren and their formidable Cloud Serpent riders. Desperate to turn the tide, Mengazi sought to fulfill an ancient prophecy by resurrecting Lei Shen. A fierce battle erupted at the Tomb of Conquerors. The trolls' efforts to bring Lei Shen back to life were thwarted when Jiang heroically sacrificed herself to kill Mengazi. With their leader gone and their plan in ruins, the Zandalari retreated back to Zandalar, their hopes of revival dashed. The Zandalari, along with their allied troll tribes, rekindled their ancient alliance with the Mogu and discovered Emperor Lei Shen's body entombed within the Valley of Emperors, resting alongside his loyal army in the Tomb of Conquerors. The trolls transported his remains to the Isle of Reckoning, where Prophet Karzul successfully resurrected the Thunder King. Upon his arrival, the Thunder King returned to his island stronghold. He swiftly united the majority of the Mogu clans and the Zandalari under his rule, assembling a formidable army poised to conquer Pandaria. However, his resurgence was met with fierce resistance from the Shadowpan Assault, the Kirin Tor Offensive, and the Sun Reaver Onslaught, setting the stage for an epic conflict. Lei Shen bestowed power beyond their wildest dreams upon the most loyal and ambitious Zandalari trolls. Among the first to receive the king's blessing was the berserker, Jinrock, who was transformed by the Thunder King's favor. Following his resurrection by the Zandalari, Warlord Cao, one of Lei Shen's old lieutenants, journeyed to the Throne of Thunder to meet with the Emperor. The Thunder King assured Cao that he could slaughter as many Pandaren as he wished, declaring them flawed beings that needed to be eradicated. In their place, the Mogu would create new, superior servants, paving the way for an even more formidable empire. The Thunder King's allies and legions were eventually defeated, and adventurers from both the Alliance and Horde laid siege to his stronghold. As they approached the gate to his palace, Lei Shen appeared, summoning a storm that collapsed the entrance bridge, sending the adventurers plunging into the depths below. Undeterred, they fought their way through the caves and the citadel, ultimately confronting Lei Shen at the pinnacle of storms. There, the adventurers vanquished the Thunder King. In the aftermath, Jaina Proudmoore channeled the remnants of Lei Shen's power into the Staff of Antonidas, transforming it into the Storm Stave of Antonidas. The heart of the Thunder King was delivered to Wrathion, who sought to uncover the origins and purpose of the Mogu. To ensure Lei Shen could never rise again, Wrathion consumed the heart, preventing any chance of resurrection. With their central leader gone, the surviving Mogu scattered. The Zandalari prophet Zol later applied the knowledge he gained from Lei Shen's revival to resurrect Dazar, the first king of the Zandalari, continuing the legacy of resurrection and power. And that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you made it this far, thank you. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care of yourself.